In the dark chill of January 1547, a dying king lay in silence. Henry VIII, once England's warrior prince, now ravaged by pain, his body decaying, his soul tormented by the weight of his sins. But as his massive frame withered in bed, a plan stirred, not for salvation, but for control. You see, Henry believed his death wasn't the end. He would rule even from the grave. For years, he had torn England apart, burning heretics, divorcing queens, defying the Pope. But in his final hour, he crafted something more dangerous than any sword: a will. Not just a will of wealth or land, number. This was a royal blueprint, a map of the monarchy, naming every successor, each pawn in the great Tudor game. It was his last move, his checkmate. He'd buried wives, he'd beheaded traitors, he'd stolen the church itself. But now, in 1546, Henry would seal his legacy in ink and blood. What came next would tear England in two. His will named young Edward as king, then Mary, then Elizabeth, then the Grey sisters. It looked orderly, clean. But nothing in Tudor England stayed that way for long. The document was signed and sealed in an iron box. Only one man held the key: Edward Seymour, Henry's brother-in-law, the uncle of the boy king, and a man hungry for power. When Henry died, they kept it secret for days. Not even the council knew at first. Seymour moved fast, securing Edward VI as king before the will could even be read. The nation mourned. Bells tolled. But in royal chambers, the real game began. Power shifted. The will, unread by most, was already shaping England's destiny and Henry's revenge. Some claimed the will had been tampered with. Others believed Henry was mad in his final days. But none dared speak aloud the fear. What if the king had cursed them all? Edward VI ruled briefly, just 6 years. Then he died, and chaos erupted. The will named Lady Jane Grey next, so she was crowned. But her reign lasted just 9 days. Mary, daughter of Catherine of Aragon, claimed the throne. Backed by loyalists and Catholics, she crushed Jane's supporters and had her executed. Henry's plan was unraveling. Mary ruled with an iron hand, burning Protestants, restoring Rome. Some whispered it was God's vengeance. Others said it was Henry's will, still shaping terror from beyond the grave. Then came Elizabeth, the Virgin Queen. She reigned long, ruled wisely, and died childless. The Tudor line was spent. And still, the echoes of Henry's will rang through history. So was it cursed, or merely doomed by ambition? Did Henry set fire to the future by trying to control it? Or was his last act a twisted triumph, keeping his enemies dancing on strings? The truth lies in blood. Every name in his will suffered. Edward died young, Jane was beheaded, Mary burned in bitterness. Elizabeth died alone. Not one left the throne untouched. Henry believed he could script the future. But what he left behind wasn't peace. It was a storm. His will became a weapon, a legacy of fear, a blueprint for betrayal. And maybe, just maybe, that was the point. Perhaps Henry knew chaos would follow. Perhaps he wanted it. A kingdom that could never forget him. Not in death. Not ever. So the next time you hear of a royal will, ask yourself this: is it really about legacy or control? And what happens when a king's final wish becomes a nation's curse?